Are you looking for tips on how to hire more high quality employees for your small business? Stay tuned because I've got some great insights for you today. Hi, I'm Amy Walker, Client Acquisition Specialist, and my job is to help you find the fastest way to consistently find your dream clients. So today we are talking not about client acquisition, but a piece of that, which is your team. How do you find the right employees for your small business? I'm going to give you 6 different tips today, but here's kind of how it'll break down. I'm going to share with you how to get more high quality applicants, how to weed through and find the right ones, and how to spend less on your hiring in order to find the right people. So if you stay until the end, you're going to have a secret bonus tip on how I save like tons of money on my job posting ads. There's a little trick that you can do. Shh, don't tell Indeed, but it saves you like half of what you would spend if you do it the other way. So let's jump in and get started. If you are new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time we release new content, which is 3 times a week. So my first tip for you is always be hiring. This is a mistake that I have definitely made in my business, which is where I need a salesperson. So I go through and I post the job, I find the salesperson, I close down the job, I move on. I need a marketing assistant. So I post the job, I do the interview process, close it down, and move on. And what I want you to change your mindset around is that you are always hiring, because there are great people out there on a regular basis. And the worst thing that would happen is a great person comes to you and they want to work with you and you're not ready to hire yet. And you hold on to their application, and then in 3 months when so-and-so ends up leaving and now you need a new person, you have a stack full of really qualified applicants that you can go back to and see if they're still interested in the position. So we want to change our mindset from hiring being like this little season that we do into something where we are always looking and we are always open and always excited about connecting with really talented individuals. That's going to change the dynamic of your hiring. It's going to change the dynamic of your team, because what most people do is they let underperforming team members stick around too long because they don't want to go through the hiring process. And that underperforming team member stays for a long time because they know they're not going to get fired. When they see that you've got resumes coming in on a regular basis, it will help them to be motivated to do better, or it will help them to be motivated to go find another job. And then you have good people to work with. So you don't find yourself being held hostage by your team, and you don't find yourself feeling like, I gotta hire someone right now. I don't care who it is. We just need a body. Like, somebody's gotta answer the phones. We don't want those types of hires, because the reality is we tend to keep them for too long and they're not the right fit. So always be hiring is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to create a recruiting plan. Give your current great team members an incentive to recruit and bring in other really great team members. Some of my best team members were referred by somebody that loved being a part of the team. And then they would talk to their friend and they would say, oh my gosh, I'm working with this great company. I absolutely love them. And they would come to me and say, are you hiring? And I would say, absolutely, we're always looking for great people. Have them send in their info. Maybe if it's not this moment, we'll have them in and they'll be at the front when we hire again next time. And so it keeps that conversation open, and then you have more like-minded people, you have more synergy, and you have more great people coming your way. So ask your current team, like, who do they know that would be amazing? And let's see if we can get some of those people in. Tip number 3 is knowing where to post your jobs. So I post the majority of my jobs on Indeed, and I'll tell you a little bit more. I'm going to give you some secret tips at the end, but I post the majority of my jobs on Indeed. I also know that there are certain markets where like they'll have a really active platform that's local. And so pay attention to what's going on locally. For example, the last major city that I lived in, they have their newspaper has a classified section, and a lot of people look for jobs there. It's online, but a lot of people look for jobs there. So that was a great place to post the job. There are also, if you're looking to hire interns or work with universities, there are websites dedicated to creating internships where you can post your job there. I know if you've seen my channel, you know that I hire in the Philippines for a good bit of my positions. And there's a website called onlinejobs.pa that I use, and I post my jobs on there. So kind of depends on what type of a hire I'm looking for, but there are great platforms out there. If you love Monster, great. Just know that having jobs posted in online forums has changed some things about the interview process that are a little bit annoying, but I'm going to tell you how to navigate them. Okay, tip number 4 is to write a better job post. So I mentioned that there are some things that are annoying about this online job space. This is one that when they're looking at your job, they're looking at job after job after job after job after job after job after job, and they're clicking apply, 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 apply. So literally when you reach out to them, sometimes they don't even remember what job it is or the details of it, or if they were really interested or not interested. This is why you have to write a good job post. Your job post needs to stand out. It needs to be memorable. It needs to capture people's attention. That one-line headline at the top should say something that stands out and makes people go, oh, what's that job? You need a hook. You actually want to use sales and marketing language to recruit in, just like you would try to convert clients. You're trying to convert applications so that you can increase the application pool because your job post got attention. Here's the good news. The majority of the job posts out there, they are not good. Go on Indeed today and look at job posts similar to what you're posting. Go on Monster, go on any platform, and you will see that the majority of the jobs all look the same, and they're not that interesting. They're not compelling. They're not engaging. They don't have a lot of personality. And then you see the ones that do, and you're like, yeah, I can understand why people are applying for that job. That's who you want to be. And the great news is the competition is not hard. You can just write one good job post and get double the amount of applications that somebody else would get. Okay, the 5th tip is to filter through your applications. This is the other part that's annoying because it's so easy to apply. You're going to get a ton of junk. Like I would say 50 to 75% of the applications that you get are not who you're looking for. I just posted a job this week, and in the first 2 days, I had 250 applicants. It cost me 25 cents per applicant. So the very first thing we did is we went through and we were looking proactively for the 50% that we don't have any interest in. And when we do that, that helps us to be able to kind of narrow in on who we might be interested in. So be very fast with this first view, very fast. Like you go through and you either make them a maybe or you click reject and you send them the automated rejection letter that you can set up that says, you know, thank you so much for applying. We've decided to go in a different direction. Click. And you just click, click, click. That part needs to go as fast as possible. You're not even really reading so much as you are skimming, because otherwise you will get bogged down in all of these applications. This is the number one complaint I hear from people is they're like, we posted on these platforms before, but we just get a bunch of junk resumes. And what happened was they went through the beginning and they found the junk ones. They got discouraged and they didn't go to find the great ones. You will have great people in there as well. So we just have to filter that out. Okay, tip number 5 is you're still gonna have too many applications. So we need to do a group interview or some type of a challenge. So the group interview is where we take all the ones that we are interested in and we invite them to come and do a group interview with us. This is my favorite way to do it. For some reason, salespeople, it doesn't work as well with salespeople. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. But everyone else, this works really well. We have them come on and we do a group interview. We talk about the job, we talk about the benefits, we talk about the culture, we talk about all the amazing things. We go over all the things that are gonna be a challenge. We go over all the details of the job, we answer their questions, and then whoever is interested enough, we'll give them an assignment to do before they get that interview. And it might be something like, go take a look at my social media and tell me 3 ways that you feel we could improve. Or, send me a case study for a client that you've worked with that you feel like qualifies you to work with ours. So we're gonna give them one assignment so that they can send it and we can see who is actually really interested. This is critical because remember, I got 250 applications. Even if I get rid of half, I still have 125 applications. I don't have 125 hours to get on the call and do these. So I need to bring these people into a group interview and really go over with them the details so I can see who's interested enough to pursue that next one-on-one interview with. All right, sixth step is you're gonna move into that interview. And I recommend having a great interview template with compelling questions that are gonna help you be able to see who is a fit for you and get that connection and get that process moving. Tip number 7 is I always do a skills assessment. Always, always, always. We might be really good in an interview. Like we might be great at selling ourselves, but we may not be qualified. We might not be competent. We might be likable, but not have the skill set we need. And I need to know that beforehand. So I always do a skills assessment. So I do the one-on-one interview and then I go into a skills assessment to see, can they actually do the things that they say that they're going to do? Now, I told you at the beginning I was gonna give you my bonus tip. I'm a little hesitant to give this because I love this tip and I don't want anything to come back to like bite me in the butt if Indeed realizes that they have this great opportunity for us. We'll call it a great opportunity for us, not an issue for them. So on Indeed, when you post your job, you have different options for how you can post it. You can post it as like a daily amount that you're willing to spend, or you can post it as an ongoing post. If you post the daily amount, they'll promote it to a certain amount of people, and then when that spend is done, it's done. If you post it as, we're gonna do this as an ongoing job post, you post it and you set it up and say, we're gonna give this $200 a month. And for some reason, every single time we do that, they open up the floodgates and they show us to the entire Indeed world. And we will, within a couple of days, have 100 applications. This last time was 250 applications. It costs us 25 cents per application. And then what you do is you go and you pause the job while you are going through all of those applications and starting that process. And then when you're ready to receive more applications, you unpause. So you don't end up spending $200 every single month. You just end up getting maximum visibility and maximum amount of applications for the money that you do spend. So there you have it. That is my top secret Indeed hiring trick. I love you, Indeed. Please keep doing it. It's amazing. We love it. It's great. All right, my friends, I would love to hear from you. Was this helpful? What did you learn today? Please leave me a comment. And if you haven't done it yet, come on over to our private Facebook group. It's called Acquire, and it is a place to come and help you as a small business owner, entrepreneur, to be able to grow your client base and grow your business. I'm excited to have you join the community of like-minded entrepreneurs and be able to ask questions and engage. And if you are new to the channel, would love to have you subscribe so you can get notified when we release new content 3 times a week. We try to bring you lots of great stuff to help you in growing your business. And that, my friends, is it. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.